Welcome to Crossroads. I'm your host, Joshua Phillip. Today we have Asa Swan. He's the Chief Leadership Officer in Kentucky. And this is the first time I think this government office has been, or position has been established. And it's a very interesting one that teaches, it's meant to teach people how to be self-sufficient. What a concept. And this is really, I think, one of the foundations of the American idea, the idea of self-reliance. And it's interesting that a government office is really trying out a position like yours to really promote that. And so tell us a bit about your work.
Thank you. Well, thanks for having me on. Yeah, I'm in the 8th month of this role. It is very new. There's a book by Liz Wiseman called Rookie Smarts, where she just talks about when you're in something new, when you're on the edge, and that's very much what I'm in, figuring it out as you go. But if people ask me, well, what do you do? Because you're right, as far as I know, this is the first time this has been tried, CLO for a state. And I tell people, I just want to help our leaders get a little better. And whether that's coaching one-on-one, or if it's a room of 1,000 people, I want to talk to them about leading themselves, leading others, serving those we lead, and then what I call leading the room. And those are kind of my 4 areas that we talk about.
Interesting. And what was the idea behind starting this?
Sure. Well, most leaders can get a little better, and it's a lifelong process for those that are students of leadership like me. My Governor Matt Bevin in Kentucky, he wanted just to see our leaders grow. And we're trying to become a center of manufacturing and innovation excellence because of our logistical location in the country, right in the middle. And I like to think that now we could say also we want to have some of the best leaders in the country. Yeah, that if you meet a Kentucky leader, they know what that means. They're there to serve the people. They really don't put themselves first. And then they know how to create dynamic cultures that people love to work in and bring their best.
Right, and leadership is such an important topic. It's one that I think when people think leadership, they just think a guy leading a team.
Yeah.
But leadership is in a lot of it exists in a lot of elements of our lives. It's not just that. It's also, of course, management, running a team, of course, but also how you deal with the people in your environment. How you not just try to push people around or whatever like that, which isn't going to get you very far, honestly, as a leader.
Yes, that's right.
But really trying to help other people grow. And that's, I think, true leadership. And even when you get into family and having a spouse and having kids, leadership is really important. Being able to take charge and and consider how your actions affect those around you, and thinking about what is best for their growth. It's a really deep concept that goes a lot further, I think, than most people may normally think. And so how do you deal with these issues in your role?
Well, I think you've described it really well. I'm a devotee of the Global Leadership Summit. It's put on by Willow Creek, the Global Leadership Network, every year. I've been 6 times. I was just there last week. And Josh, those are the only 2 days of the year that I guard. I don't let, there's going to be a meeting you need to go to, there's going to be something, but I know those days I'm out because I'm going to be at the GLS getting refreshed, equipped, and learning how to lead better. And these talks that they do, and then I've been a student of leadership since I was 14. I'm 40 now. So I've had 26 years of just growing and trying to make sure I have the right motives. And I really think that one of the cores of leadership is valuing people. And if you don't value people, especially the people you're leading, you don't need to be leading. And you hit on it a moment ago. How are you going to get people to follow you? Well, this is America. They don't have to. They can do whatever they want until at least AOC or Bernie Sanders gets in charge, which hopefully they never do. But until then, you have a choice with our American liberty. So the way you do that is by creating influence. And I believe that the way you grow your influence is you show people, basically, I care about you. And Horst Schulze, the founder of Ritz-Carlton, he's a great long distance mentor for me just through his talks. I don't know him. But he says that loyalty begins the moment somebody realizes that you care about them. And that's when, in that moment, that person goes, wow, he cares about me, or wow, she's a good boss. She's actually looking out for me. And then they begin to listen to you, and that's how you draw them. But it has to be genuine, because you can't, eventually, if it's not genuine, you're manipulating them, and they pick up on that pretty fast. So yesterday we did a training session with with the legislators who came, and I spent about half my talk talking about how to really show people that you see them and you hear them, and then therefore you value them. Yeah, so that's a big part of it.
Yeah, wonderful. So where can people learn more about your work and what you do?
Sure. Well, I don't have a website or a book at this time, but they're welcome to reach out to me. There's only one Asa James Swan on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter, and those are my handles, Asa James Swan. Plus, my email is asajames.swan@ky.gov. It's Swan with one N, by the way. And I'm happy to engage in any thoughts, or if they want to send me like a scenario or situation they're in, I'm happy to give them my 2 cents on what they might do to help make it better.
Great. Yeah, real pleasure having the show.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Great. Everyone, please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.